Hello, I think I'm on. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone has had a great day and a productive Sunday. Today is what's today's day? Today is Sunday, January the 31st. It is the end of the month of January, and we are heading into the month of February of the year 2016. Wow, yo, this year has flown by already. I already feel that when I wake up tomorrow, it's already going to be December. So this year is flying by, is passing by, and so we need to figure out what we're going to do in our lives. What steps are we going to take? What things are we going to do to fulfill our purpose while we're here on earth, because you look around and you 30 years old, and the time is gone. And so, it's no longer needed to waste time. It's time to just push forward beyond obstacles, beyond circumstances, beyond any situation that we have encountered as a culture and also as people. Because as you can see, this world has gone crazy. But before I begin with my whole spiel, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Minister JB. That's J as in James, B as in Benjamin. I have a ministry called Next Generation Ministries. That's Next minus the E. Next Generation Ministries with the X. And I am based out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Forsyth County. And so I am a minister. I am a prophet of God, but I also am a human being as well. And so within my videos, you're going to be, experiencing, a minister of the gospel that is not held up in religion. Okay. I keep it 100% real, because that's the mission of my ministry. The mission of my ministry is to come against the spirit of religion that is in the world. I was in the church, all the time, every day, all night. And, I was bounded to religion, and I was not free in God. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't go anywhere because, there's a certain title or a certain way you have to live your life according to the church, the tradition of the church, if you are a Christian. So therefore, I don't label myself or my ministry Christian. I'm non-denominational. I'm just a follower of Jesus Christ. I'm following the footsteps of Jesus Christ as I hear and in tune to the voice of the Father, which is Father God. All right, so now that I got all the greetings and the introductories out of the way, I wanted to hit on the subject of Black Lives Matter. A lot of people have been coming up to me. I've been getting emails. I've been getting calls like, JB, yo, what's up, man? I haven't heard, anything from you in regards to Black Lives Matter, and the whole, racism, racial profiling that is going on in the United States. And so therefore, I wanted to sit back and first, think about, the situation, and then provide an answer or provide my point of view, because we have to understand that, when we get invitations to speak, or when we get, something to say, we can't be so quick to just jump into it. We have to actually sit back, speculate, and within ourselves to see if that's something that we're comfortable with doing, if that's something that first you have something to say about, you just don't want to sound stupid, but then you want to also get your point across professionally, and then get your point across, intellectually, so that people can understand what you're saying. If you jump into situations, you jump into things without thinking, then you're all messed up. You have to plan things out. And so therefore I did plan it out to go ahead and give you guys my take on the Black Lives Matter, and all the crazy stuff that is going on in the world. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. The Flint water stuff, all of that is going on. This world is going crazy. I'm sitting here telling you it's going crazy. But we have to always, don't get so caught up in what's going on in the world, because you'll lose your focus on your assignment and your mission, because you just might be the person to be a world changer and a world shaker to stop all of this nonsense that's going on in the world. It takes, look, it takes only one person. It takes only one person to shake a nation. It took Martin Luther King. It took him to shake a nation. Jesus Christ, he shook his time. And so it only takes one person to stand up and say, yeah, you know what? I'm tired of it. It's a wrap. I'm done with this mess. I'm going to stand up for what I believe. And so basically, with everything that's been going down, nationwide and locally here in Winston-Salem in regards to the killing of unarmed African American males. Well, as an ordained minister in the gospel of Jesus Christ and as a prophet of God, it is my obligation to give you what God, says about the situation, because a prophet of God, the word prophet has just been thrown around. People are scared of prophets. The false prophets, excuse me, not false prophets, but the spirit of false prophets is in the world. And so therefore, they're coming up. Prophets are just off the chain, crazy. They are not speaking what God says. They're speaking what they say, and they just totally messed it up. The name prophet, the word prophet. But within the fivefold ministry, I am a prophet, and a prophet of God speaks on the behalf of God. I don't give you, I'm gonna give you my take, but in alone, I'm gonna stand on what God says, and I'm gonna give you the mouth and the voice of God and what He says about the situation, because that's my job. That's what I have to do. So, basically, personally, how I feel about the whole situation, about unarmed African Americans getting killed, the whole racial profiling thing, I think is whack. I think it's whack. I think it's messed up that African American males have to work harder. We have to work harder. We have to put on an image of a Caucasian male. Just to be real, that's how I feel. We have, you look at African American males, you look at Caucasian males, they talk differently, they speak differently. And so therefore, because we have not been raised like that, I was told about college, but it wasn't forced into me, and so therefore I had to learn on my own to go to college and to become business minded and to learn how to talk fluently and intellectually, and so that it can come across and you be able to understand what I'm saying, and so therefore we have to work even harder, even in corporate America. That's not given. We have to work harder, and I think it's wrong. But it is what it is, and that's just the society and the world that we live in. But back on the subject, I think it's whack, I think it's not right that Trayvon Martin, had to lose his life, that Michael Brown, had to lose his life, and that Dante Hamilton had to lose his life, and Eric Gardner and John Crawford. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on of all the young or the middle-aged African American males that lost their lives, doing because of violence, from police officers, but they were unarmed, and they were unarmed. To me, they didn't come in peace. Excuse me, they did come in peace. The officers didn't come in peace, but the African American males came in peace, and they were killed. They were shot. And, as history goes on and on, of African American males that have been killed unarmed, and the key word within the subject is unarmed. It always seems that African American males or the African American culture always experience violence unarmed. While looking at look, guys, you got to study your history. If you have to be in tune. I was totally against it. You know what? I was against the whole back to roots. I didn't want to do nothing with it. Thank you, ancestors, for everything you done. I appreciate it. I'm here. I'm good. Thank you. But, you got to read your history. You got to come up on your history to see, first you have to study. You have to study to show yourself approved, but you have to understand, not only spiritually but mentally what your ancestors and what African Americans in the olden days went through for you and I today, the next generation. It's our time to shine beyond obstacles. And so as I was, studying history and, even, just studying about the roots in our culture, it seems that all of the hardships that, African Americans has experienced here in the United States has all, we've been beaten. We've been abused. We've been killed. They've been lynched. Emmett Till, you remember the story of Emmett Till? He was terribly brutalized. You know what I'm saying? All because of a simple act, a human act. But he was demolished. He was destroyed like he wasn't even a person. But he was unarmed. History is repeating itself. It's repeating itself. There's nothing new under the sun. History is repeating itself, and African Americans are experiencing abuse, even being killed unarmed. Even if you take a look, you take a peek, back into history with the March on Washington with Dr. King. It was a peaceful march. We didn't come without weapons drawn like, yo, nigga, we're going to stand up. We're going to rock the Washington. We're going to blow everything up. We're going to kill everything up like ISIS or other cultures. I ain't going to speak on that. But we weren't coming into that. We was like, yo, peace. Peace, 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 peace. But the March on Washington was specifically designed and organized for jobs and freedom. We came in peace, yo. We just saying, law, United States, this said, we want our jobs. We want freedom. Can we eat? Can we live, yo? Like, we trying to march for our jobs and freedom, and not to be abused and to be looked on because of the color of our skin. We wouldn't come trying to shoot them up, bang, bang. We was trying to come in peace. But the opposite of that, it always ended in violence due to the people who, I don't want to say the white man because I'm not racist, but due to the people that were of the other color came and harmed us. You get what I'm saying? But it's not right, but that's just how it is, and that's just how it was. So now as I look at it, I look at it, because I'm a human being and I have feelings. Even though I'm a preacher and I'm a minister of the gospel, I do have feelings. I'm not, Jesus' first cousin, holy, 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 holy. I'm a human being, and I'm also, knowing my assignment, I'm a prophet. And so I have to give you what God says, about this whole situation, what's going on in the world, who are we really fighting against? Who is the real enemy in this situation? Some people think, as we live in this flesh, the physical, and we think that we're fighting against each other. Like, we're fighting. I'm standing next to a person and I'm fighting that person. We think that we are fighting the person, the other human. But no, it's not that type of fight at all. And so we have to always be conscious. The first thing is, as you are entering into another level and another realm of God, of knowing God, despite of your issues, your circumstances, whatever you're going through. Everybody has an issue. Everybody has a circumstance. Ain't nobody perfect. Your pastor ain't perfect. Your preacher ain't perfect. He still got something within him that needs to be delivered. Okay? Ain't nobody perfect. But anyway, I'm going to get off of that. But, we have to understand that we can come to God and we can hear God just like our pastor can hear God. We can hear God just like, the minister, the evangelist, or whoever speaks at your church can hear God. We can go to God and get in tune with God to hear what he is saying about society and the world that we are living in today. And when God speaks, he will speak to you to give you what is going on, why it's happening, but he also will provide a resolution on how to end it. He is a ending God that always tries to he always has a resolution. He's never going to give you an answer without a resolution. And so therefore, what he is saying that is going on today is, he always speaks, by his word. When you hear the voice of God, a lot of people is not hearing God because they don't know his word. And so therefore, in order to form a more perfect, clearer communication channel with God, you need to get in the word of God and read his word. But sometimes he doesn't speak audibly. He speaks audibly in your ear, but he also has other channels that he speaks through as well. And so I get into that more, but I want to kind of stay on subject. But yeah, so he came to me, with, what is going on? Why is African Americans getting killed? What is going on, even from the history on and on and on and on and on and on, back in the days of when racism was at its highest peak. He said to me, Ephesians 6 and 12. Ephesians 6 and 12 from the Holy Bible. I'm coming from the Amplified version. It says, "For we are not wrestling with flesh and blood, contending only with physical opponents." That means you and I, we are physical opponents. You or your brother, you or your sister, your mother, father against mother, daughter against brother, or daughter, it's crazy these days. You never know what's going on. But we are not contending with physical opponents, but against the despotisms, against the powers, against the master spirits who are the world rulers of the present darkness, against the spirit forces of wickedness in the heavenly supernatural sphere. I'm going to say that one more time. For we are not wrestling with flesh and blood, contending only with the physical opponents, but against the despotisms, against the powers, against the physical spirits who are the world rulers of this present darkness, against the spirit forces of wickedness in heavenly supernatural spheres. So guys, look, check it. We are not wrestling against each other. We are not wrestling against flesh and blood, but it's supernatural. It's spiritual. What is going on is the spirit of racism. Racism is a spirit. And so therefore the spirit of racism had been released on the world by Satan. Satan is trying to kill our African American males. Satan has been since the beginning, has trying to destroy and tear down our African American community. But the question is why? Why has Satan been coming so hard at us? What do we have on the inside of us that can build a nation, that can build a kingdom, that can stand flat-footed in the face of the devil while we getting beaten in peace? What is it that we have on the inside of us? Understand, people, that we are not living only in a physical world. We are also living in a spiritual world. We are a three-part body. You and I, we're three parts. We're soul, spirit, and I forgot the other one. I think it's soul, spirit, and flesh or body, whatever it is. We're three parts. And so therefore, we're living in a totally different world, a spiritual world. I know some of you have had deja vu. You have deja vu. You're like, yo, I done been here, or I done seen this, or whatever you experienced deja vu is because your spirit man was already living before you were living. Yeah, that's true. I'm not even gonna jump into that, all of that right now. But understanding this world is crazy. It's forever evolving. And so we have to understand that while we are living in the flesh, while we are in the physical world, we are actually fighting a spiritual world. And the spiritual world is way more powerful and stronger. The spirit realm is powerful. You see what's going on. Can't you see? Racism has gone crazy and can't nobody stop it. Niggas getting locked up, getting shot. I mean, it's going crazy over racism. We've been lynched, we've been abused, we've been molested, hurt. The African American culture, has totally taken a hit. Yo, we've taken a hit. And you know what I'm saying? And because we are a strong community and Satan wants to destroy that. And so we need to pray and we need to ask God, to bind and to take hold of the spirit of racism that is going on, yo. That's just what it is. We're not wrestling against flesh and blood. I myself, I must, just make it out there. I'm not racist. I love my brothers, my Caucasian brothers, my Caucasian sisters, my Hispanic brothers. I don't see no race. All I see is God. And so therefore, I have no, I have no issue with the any other type of cultures that's out there, because all of us, to me, is trying to live and trying to get it. If you have racism within you, then you got the issue, you got the problem. You're not comfortable in your skin, you don't know what's going on, you need to do your thing, you so busy worried about the next race that you ain't worried about what's going on in your life. Then that's your issue. I'm busy, I'm working. I'm about my life. I'm about my assignment. I'm doing what God's telling me to do. I don't really have time to worry about what you doing, or what color you is, or what creed you is, or I don't really have time, because I'm about my assignment. We have to get busy, yo. We have to get busy, all colors, creeds, races, ethnic backgrounds, whatever it is. We have to get busy and being on a move about what God has purposed for our life. What are your creative skills? What are you good at doing? We all need to be producing, being productive organisms in the world. Stop worrying about you black, you white, you green, you orange. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna racially profile you because I'm a police officer. I'm gonna use my power above what I'm supposed to do. It. Yo, chill out. What is you doing? What is you doing with your life, yo? So we need to understand. So yo, look, we need to always basically mind our business, and just be who we were created to be, and that is productive organisms, yo. And I just want to just give a big up, to the black pound, to the black African American culture, because yo, we've taken a hit, and our ancestors have taken a hit, and they've done a lot for us up until now. We have Obama in the White House. Who would ever think that we're big ups to Obama? What's up, Obama? Thank you so much for everything that you've done, for the black community, being an example that hey, an African American male can make it to the White House. They try to say Obama's not black now and all this and that. Of course, the media, the blogs is going to blow everything up, but look, to me, he's black. So thank you, Obama, for letting us know and for taking a stand to say, yo, I'm gonna stand up for my culture. I'm gonna be the first black president. So big ups to Obama, for doing that. He's ready to come out of the office, and so let's just pray, that whoever is the next president will just don't forget about the black community and just don't beat us down. And so therefore, yo, we're not when you go out tonight, or you're going out to the clubs, or you're going out with your friends to hang out and chill. Just understand that if you get into an altercation, if you get into a fight, or you get into a verbally type of situation with anybody, understand that you're not wrestling against your brother. Yo, let's stop doing this black on black crime. Let's cut it. We're not wrestling against our brother or our sister, but we are wrestling against spirits that's trying to kill the black community. The devil is crazy. He'll kill everything and wipe everything out, and he's definitely after our African American males. So check it. Just chill. Let's just stop all of this crime, this violence, and let's just live in peace. Live in a world of peace. Even though there may not ever be peace, but I'm believing and praying for God, that there will be peace in our world, and that we as a community can stand up together, and take a stand. Rest in peace, to all the African American males that have lost their lives. As far as making it publicly known what is being aware. We respect and we thank God for their lives and everything that they contributed to our society. But their purpose in life, was to bring this stuff to awareness, to bring it to attention, to bring it to the media, the mass media, so the world can know what is really going on. And so what it is, guys, is the spirit of racism. In your prayer time and your communication with God, let's just pray and bind up the spirit of racism. So check it. I'm finna sign off. Thank you guys for being in tune. Be cool tonight. If you're going out, just chill. Let's just go out, have fun. Chill with your lady. Go to the movies, hit the club. Have a good time. Don't go in there looking for a fight, looking for an altercation. Just have a good time, have fun, vibe, hey, to the music, flow to the music, get your drink on, go home and chill, and go to work tomorrow. Yeah, because a man don't work, don't eat. So you got to work, you got to eat. All right. So check it. Minister JB, Next Generation Ministries. See you next time.